Okay, I'm shooting this again. Let me show you. Here is the painting. I'm using two types of blue, an ultramarine, which is this color here, added some white with that, and then also some chromium blue, which I also added a little white to that. Those are the two colors along with the white. Now the white, I added some unbleached titanium to it as well, sort of making it an off-white. I started with these two colors. Now I brought it down here. So now I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. So let me set this down and set this up so I can talk about this some. Okay, so the last time I had these two colors, a little bit of white here, and that was my beginning. I really look at the breakdown as the three phases. One, the color field. I developed the color field. I don't necessarily know often what I'm going to paint until I start doing it. I have interests, I have thoughts, but I've never have anything clearly, directly that I'm laying out. Now I do start often with mural paper, media paper, and I do some studies first. This time I started with the canvas, and again, it's like the canvas is in front of me, the color starts, which to me is important because that sort of gives you some emotional balance as to where you're going to go with this, what the feeling or perspective is going to be on it. So I started with the blue on blue, which interests me because I often did red on red. I did like different variations of red. Red as a color has a wide wavelength. So you can take a red, add white to it, and cut it and make numerous colors. But with blue, it's a short wavelength and it will only stretch so far. So that was the challenge with the blue. So with the blue, what you have is sort of the way I look at it as the family. You have blues like ultramarine, fairly dark color, been around a long time. But when you add white to it, it can take it in different directions. What I notice is when I put the chromium blue next to the ultramarine, it really changed the ultramarine. It affects one next to the other, and it really pulled out sort of the purple color in ultramarine. So anyway, now I did the bottom, I laid it all out. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'll probably go in, still developing on the field, and I will use spray paint. In the last 4 or 5 years, I've been using spray paint as well to develop my field, and then also to go in and do some accent. So that's gonna happen next, and I'm gonna start pulling things out. When I start pulling things out, what I mean is I will focus in on more specifically what interests me, what's going on, shape, sizes that I can pull out of this. And the way that I do that, I have a picture library that I make silk screens and stencils, and that will be the process after I finish the ground. So that's in phase 2, and then in the final phase, I will go in, and by that time, I will have defined the parameters of this painting and what it is I want to do. And that's why I'm making this, is to show you how that comes about, from starting with sort of empty, but coming up with something in the end. And that it's not preconceived, it's sort of more like a dialogue. That's how it works for me. I'm sort of dialoguing with the canvas, with this field and pulling out stuff, and we'll see what happens. So thank you again for watching this. This is my second video on this. I'll probably be 5 or 6 videos before I'm finished with this, but I hope you'll check it out in each additional one. Thank you. Thank you for watching.